Hey, we're back. Do you hear us?
A bit silent. Could be louder.
Okay.
Oh wait, but my phone was my laptop wasn't loud.
Okay, let's try this.
But it could be louder still.
Okay. Well, we didn't stream for quite a while, so we went for a ride.
Yeah, we did take some time off, and I think that was necessary. Concentrated more on the work and also trying to get some of the other side time off, and took a trip to France.
Yeah.
I hope you guys also had a chance to use the summer a bit. At least going outside more instead of watching Twitch. Yeah, but now we
It were two rodent microphones.
you did something that it went louder.
Let's try this. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do we do today?
Yeah, we wanted to talk a bit about where we are right now. Wait, I hear myself. Yeah, a bit like what we are doing right now, what's on our minds, what we are playing right now, and also after that, play a bit Horizon Zero Dawn, the game you are.
I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West. Sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah, what did I say?
Horizon Zero
Zero
Dawn.
Dawn. Oh yeah.
That's the first. So yeah, usually I wouldn't show a game like this because it's the second part. It's right in the story. We don't show it from the beginning, but I just want to play a bit and
maybe talk a bit about the design, what we like, what we dislike.
we're just hunting machines.
Yeah, sure. What's cool about them or not? Wait, I thought before that we talk a bit about stuff. Or...
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, but before we like to give you an update. If you watch this channel a bit more often, at least like half a year ago. I don't know. When did we stream last? It's been a while.
3 months ago.
3 months ago. Okay.
At least there was some moderation.
Yeah, it feels longer for sure. Yeah, I think we stopped because summer, and also like I said at the beginning, we concentrated on our current game PATOU, which I feel comes along nicely. I mean, we today we had to talk what's all missing, and it's a lot. But by talking about it and deciding what to put in next, I realized what was also achieved in the time. So
yeah, sure, it's still something I'd like to see more on track.
Yeah, sure, always. I mean, it sucks that games always take longer than you expected them to be.
Sure.
And that is the problem of us, but also of the whole genre and the branche. What's from the industry?
Yeah.
A problem of the industry. And I wish I would have been better after so many years to.
I think I was good in it, but it's always a problem if you work together with.
Hey, you wanted to have puzzles in there.
I didn't say anything. What the fuck?
Hey, I thought you said that it's mine.
No, it's not. It's a team problem. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Do we want to show? I thought you wanted to show the blog.
Yeah, sure.
And so we started the blog because we feel more confident now about showing some of the work. I would also love to stream a bit more. Like I'm doing level design at the moment, and maybe it would be fun to show our tools. I mean, it's kind of boring. I put grass and objects and levels, but maybe it's cool or relaxing, or gives you some ideas for your own game or for how games are made or how our games are made. So I don't know. Maybe I do this maybe next week. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have this very rudimentary blog. We just wanted to have something where we can share stuff.
Yeah.
During the development.
what we are working on right now.
Right, and very short entries, and always right now very short videos of how the development is progressing.
You won't play?
Like this one where we just run through the world in very low quality.
It's the video is loading. No, it's
Yeah.
good, but it's also the end of the video. Yeah.
It's always
I mean, this is the essential gameplay. You ride along with PATOU, the large dog, and explore the world. But it was also like a test, like how do people like the graphics and
yeah.
right. And the other video where you talk to the ghost, maybe?
Right. It's
Like this is something that we are doing now, implementing the story a bit more.
right, and for that we need characters, and the characters need some kind of dialogue system, which was in there before, but now it's the whole NPC system is more in place.
Yeah.
So it's just, this is a very simple demonstration. You just walk along, la-di-da, and then you approach a ghost. It automatically talks to you, which is not always the case, but in this case,
It's the first ghost you're
Yeah.
going to meet.
it's just a test in the end. They probably might be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And there's a back and forth made with our dialogue editor, and in the end, the ghost vanishes and disappears, and it's a script that is called via the dialogue script.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all also in. It's the only command the script can do right
Yeah.
now, but there will be more
Yeah.
later on. And there's also the positions of the camera is also chosen
With
by
the
us, the
script.
designers, and it's in the script. I also love how there's I think
Zooming out. Or what?
No, there's a short blip in the frames,
The white
and there's some this is some error in the
UI.
no, not in the UI, in the recording. I can't say how it happened.
Okay.
It might be the action. We use action for recording the screen.
Yeah.
It's not the best one.
I use it a lot for work. So for
Yeah.
my Deutschlandfunk work, I think I started quite often. So
Yeah. Yeah, well. And also, this ghost doesn't have any horns, and in this picture above, they have.
yeah.
So there's also, I mean, it's super simple stuff, but it's cool. It's somehow coming together now, and now we can create, or at least we can start to concentrate on content.
Yeah.
So this system is like, okay, it randomly chooses a collection of objects for this ghost. So right now it's only those two horns, okay? But later on there are different heads and different body types
for sure.
and so on.
Even size. I would love to have different ghost
Yeah.
sizes. I think we should talk about the ghosts sometime more. What
Yeah.
they mean, what they are for, and what
if-
they are saying.
yeah, yeah, and how they look like, and
Yeah.
why they look like this.
Sure. But today was really fun. Like, we didn't work much because we had visitors by a friend. And but we talked a lot about where the game is right now, and it was kind of fun because I feel we talked a lot about level design and what is needed to get further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And add tags. You should add tags. Do you ever use tags?
I'm not sure I ever use tags.
I think they're new.
I think so too. I'm so out of Twitch right now. It's weird. Game.
Perhaps
Talking.
Let's Play
Yeah.
and PS4.
Wow.
Cool stuff.
Oh, people definitely want to
Drugs,
click on
no.
that.
Game dev. Not really, but why not?
Well, for a very short time, it was game dev.
Yeah, and
I think that's it. Is it
I
25?
think 10 you can do.
Forbidden Forest?
Forbidden Forest is not what
It's from Zelda.
Forbidden West. Yeah, well, type in the comments what tags you should use.
All right. So I wanted, before we play Forbidden West, about some games I'm playing right now. Or do you want to add anything to our?
Not right now. No.
Yeah, like I said, I would love to have like talking us more about the game we are working right now, but maybe not today.
Yeah.
When we are a bit more into it, into Twitch. All right. Yeah, I'm playing 2 games right now. One is on the Switch. Do you want to show the maybe Steam pages? One's called Strange Horticulture. You are a person that inherits a plant store with strange plants, and all you see is this screen for most of the time. I find this very, very curious because, like, in the top left, there are all the plants you collect through different actions. Mostly you have a map. It's also in the left where the plant is, down there, like where the brown board is.
Yeah.
There you can also have a map, and you can wander this map, and you find different places, and there you find plants. And on the top right, there are people visiting you. They have certain requests. Sometimes they have a fever, or they see ghosts, or they want to be stronger against something. And you have to find the plants for that. Or they have a name, and you have to find the plant. Because you get the plants without the names. Your task is to find out what plants you got on your shelves. And for that, you get a book. And you can get through the book, and the book doesn't say always much about the plant. Sometimes all it has, it smells strange. This plant smells strange, or this plant is a mushroom and it heals you from fever or something. You know?
Yeah.
And it's mostly quite easy to find it. You can also have like a microscope. You just drag it on there and it gives you some additional information. It's like, oh, this plant smells strange. And then you know, the strange smelling plant is right. And you got this map. And every day, when you close a day, you get a new card, like this gray card on the left. It's a little puzzle. And you have to solve this puzzle on the map. Sometimes you use tools like this coin on the right. You can put this on the map and have to find certain places. And by that, a story evolves. And also like a world, only with this map and the people that come to you and the plants.
Yeah.
And it's super amazing. It's really chill. It's really, I don't know, it's really nice to play it. It's not a big puzzle, although I sometimes have to check the walkthrough, but it's very relaxing and also very well credited, not credited, scored, yeah. It got like 3,500 reviews and is overwhelmingly positive. And it's a pleasant experience that I didn't have thought. I mean, I saw the game, I saw the first screens, and I knew that I wanted to have this game, but it's interesting because it's very static,
I must say, it's really crazy how this is so tiny.
Yeah.
You play it on the Switch.
Yeah,
on
totally.
A tiny screen.
It's really weird. I mean, I can still read very tiny letters, but you got a zoom in function, which is super strange on Switch. I never seen this on any app or something, but it works. It works well. I wanted to show it to you, but I forgot. Yeah. Okay, so this is one game. The other game I'm playing is called We Are OFK. We are okay. We are. Come on. Here. And this is an episodical, I would say, adventure visual novel style game. It's basically a movie. Even when you start an episode, you can see the exact minutes this game will run.
Okay.
And because it's so exact, okay, you can't really change stuff. And even if you can sometimes choose something, but yeah, it obviously doesn't change the playtime. What I love are the characters. It's 4 people in LA, super hip, young, fresh people that live in LA, and they come from different backgrounds, and they all meet, and they found this band OFK. And this game is about, or every episode is about how they come together. Like she's the producer, and she is normally playing the piano. Then there's this guy. Where is he? This guy on the right. He is like a writer. He normally works at a game developer, which is, I think this part is most fun. He works at a massive online multiplayer developer doing the writing for them, and he hates his job, and they do everything to like have you feel how dumb everything of this is, this kind of MMO, the names, the writing, the character build. They really despise this kind of games. You feel it's not sub text. Yeah, and he, he got kicked out, and he doesn't really care. He wants to become he's also a musician, and he rather would follow this path. Yeah. And like there's this 4th character, you don't know much about him. He's a DJ. So, and it's really nice. The music is amazing. It's done with Unity. It looks very lush. The colors, and the story is very well told, like a little SMS style or WhatsApp style. Yeah, it's not really a game, but it's fun.
It's just the future of games. You imagine plants growing and talking with hipster friends.
I mean, not the future of games, but I love how they do a whole movie with Unity. I mean, it's the future of Unity. Not in the style. I mean, they imagine like Beta. Is it the name, the company they bought by Peter Jackson? Beta.
No.
Beta?
I don't know.
Yeah, Peter Jackson's company.
Yeah, I don't know. The name
whatever. I mean, they imagine a different style, but I mean, the future of Unity, somehow I feel they imagine like movies rather than games. And this is very movie-esque, like with the focus on the characters, but I mean, it's more 2D, more like an anime show or something, but yeah. But I don't know, it's not my future. You can switch to
Peter Jackson's company.
Beta, I thought.
I thought so, yeah, Beta. With W.
Yeah. Visual effects company.
Beta Digital.
Yeah.
Okay, the digital. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the company of games, the future of games is just, diversity. And this is one part that can games be, like visual novels or like a game about plants that's super niche, but also has a huge followership and people that play it.
Yeah.
So why not? But also there's games like Horizon Zero Dawn. Although I always found it interesting how few people talk about the game. I mean, after that, soon there was Elden Ring, and people stopped talking about anything else but Elden Ring. And I know why, because it is amazing. But also, it's a bit sad for the team of Guerilla Games.
Who is Guerilla Games? Who is the developer? This is the developer. I mean, this is the game.
The person on the screen is the developer.
I think that the screen is so bright, but whatever. Did they add any
From the Netherlands.
filters? No, I didn't add any filters. Whatever. Right. Somebody in this very room gifted this game to me. And even the special edition, I'm grateful. With a little art book.
Yeah.
Very nice. And
it's got elephants in it and on it. When do you finally reach the elephants? I want to see them. Where is it? Here's it.
And it has a steelbook edition.
With nothing in it.
With the game.
Oh, and the soundtrack.
And the soundtrack. And
but
the soundtrack is only available on the PlayStation. So this doesn't make any sense. I won't start the PlayStation to listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah,
and I hate them for that.
I mean, maybe for not energy conscious people. Isn't that a game about that energy unconscious people
I
destroyed
must
Earth
say that
or something.
nobody in the game has energy problems, so
Yeah.
I don't think that's the matter.
Okay, but maybe it was.
So another thing I got was a tall neck Lego edition.
I really would love you to see your stream building it. With
Came
nice
today.
music.
It came today
Yeah.
in the
Post.
in the
mails.
mail.
It was in the mails.
Right. Yeah. I will cherish it forever. Very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
So there you have it. I'm obviously the greatest Horizon fan ever. And yeah, but it's strange because I mean, we can start.
Start it and let's talk about it while you play.
Console. And it's strange how I'm not really participating in any
thing.
In any discourse or something like that. I didn't read any reviews. I thought
in the game.
No, it's not in the game. I mean, outside, right? And with people. I mean, I got something.
Okay, there was.
Can I?
Oh, sorry.
Say first.
Yeah.
There were some people talking about the game because they were playing it, but I didn't really listen because I didn't want spoilers, and I hate just being like a fanboy or something like that. I'm not really a fanboy for this game. And I didn't read any articles comparing the game to the first game. I didn't even read anything about the first game. I just knew, okay, it looks nice.
Yeah, me too.
It was well reviewed and it looked like something I want to play because it's more than just the typical action adventure button smashing.
I mean, I think the game mostly came into discussions because of the Aloe design.
Yeah, because she has a beard.
The beard, but also, that she has the skin, that the skin is more red and that she has less makeup. I think in the first game she looks a bit more girlishy.
Is the sound right?
I think so. Sorry. Okay, let me check. Yeah, and in this game they tried for a more realistic look, like that she has this, I don't know how it's called in English. In German it's Flaum. Like the tiny hair that people have.
Facial hair.
Even women have facial hair.
Let's check if we can see it. I mean, it's only the PlayStation 4. It's very sorry for that. No,
I don't hear much sound.
Can make it louder. Just got an
orthogonal caster!
Hey, yeah, you're coming in the right time.
Okay, now I hear insects.
Okay.
Okay, should be fine. But no music. There's no music right now, right?
There isn't much music in this part.
Okay.
Oh. Well, it has music.
Okay, let me check again. Yeah, that was one controversy, like with her style, and of course people posted it that it looks beautiful. So
yeah. I think she sometimes looks strange because she is such a well-defined character, but she has like in how do you say it, eine widersprüchliche, paradox personality. Like, she has this savior complex. She wants to save the world, but also she's very awkward with people, and it always feels like she doesn't really want to talk them.
Yeah, totally. I would even argue, does Aloy have a personality even?
Yeah,
how much does she really have? Because I also feel she's too often annoyed. I feel the developers desperately want you to not think that you can't just go every time you want. So they let her tell everybody, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Ha, fun, but I don't have time for this. And this makes her a very, sorry, I can't interact. I'm so busy.
So, disclaimer, this will be full of spoilers, obviously, for the first part. Because it's clear already she's... Spoiler, she's a clone of a former... from the old world. a scientist.
But it's already something you learned in part 1.
Yeah, but only later in the game. You don't know it from the beginning.
Ah, okay.
So you shouldn't watch this if you didn't even play the first game.
Okay, but you already you should have said it before you.
Yeah, I said spoiler.
Okay.
And of course, up until this part where I already crossed the border of the mountains and also got through barren light. So this is all already spoiled, but I'm still
much ahead.
I think I have like 30% walk game through.
The game even tells you.
Yeah, I can see the statistics.
To second decimal.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah. 30.32%. Yeah. They take it very seriously.
30.33.
So Castor says something. Oh no, I can't play the first game now. It's completely ruined.
Oh shit, sorry.
Are you a console player? I think you don't have a console, right? Castor.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's also one of the few console games I really like to play. I'm usually a PC player. So where am I? I have found this AI called Gaia, which should rescue the world because she was created for that. And but this Gaia needs some subroutines which are distributed in the world, like Poseidon. I'm going to find.
How do you like that they all have the Greek naming? How do you like that?
Yeah,
like everything is like Gaia, Poseidon, Hades, all those names.
It fits that the developers had some concept. Right, Demeter I have to find, and some main quest Ether I have to find right now.
I'm not sure I like it that they use. I feel sometimes Greek mythology is completely overused.
They only use it because the scientists who created the world, like the whole system with the machines and so on, they wanted some code names, right? And
yeah. I mean, you can, if you're from Western countries, I mean, you rather remember them because the names tell you something.
It fits. Poseidon is the one responsible for creating water or cleaning the water.
Yeah, it fits. That's not the point. It's just like that they're recycling. I'm just sometimes so over Greek mythology in games.
Yeah, but it's not part of the game that you now have to fight the gods or something, or that there are Greek creatures. It's just some reference.
Yeah, sure. Casta is saying something. I don't even think I saw one. Yeah, oh, sorry. I have to get my laptop. No, I never owned a console in my life. I don't even think I saw one in real life. What? Not in the shop at least. Okay, that's interesting. Is it like in Brazil where they don't officially sell consoles?
You mean they are super... Technology is very expensive there.
Yeah, but not only expensive, it's also because of piracy. And I think that was why a lot of companies are not so interested in those markets, because the piracy rate is too high and it doesn't work for them to sell consoles. Okay, they sell them, or at least they do. At least for Brazil, I think it was the case.
Why am I hunting these machines? Every machine is... I think there are no non-violent machines, but I can override them. But that's too much work.
The tonic.
Okay, those.
The only non-violent creature in the game.
Which I got as Lego.
But it's 80 plus Lego, although it's non-violent. I just love it that it says.
Of course.
Yeah, totally.
Right, I could destroy the machines in the game because they have various parts that I can use to improve my weapons. and my outfits,
Yeah.
so I can fight machines even better. And of course, it's often part like these machines were created by the AI,
Yeah.
which
Gaia.
went Gaia, which went haywire, I think. Anyway, and of course they went evil, but they also get used by the people living in this world now.
You said you already were in Las Vegas?
I just touched it. I didn't go into Las Vegas.
Isn't the story that they killed all humanity, nothing survived, but how do they know Las Vegas and even the names Hades and Poseidon?
Where there are ruins, and the ruins have writings.
Ah, right, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But how can they read Latin
There are
if they destroyed everything?
There are some very rudimentary knowledge skills they got. And in the first part you find out, okay, they tried to... The old world is what... Still a sci-fi version of us, but more like us.
Yeah.
They tried to save the world by letting it get destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how that worked out. But they had like the embryos and probably zygotes and something like that.
Yeah.
And AIs and machines and androids would get the kids, would raise them and then teach them. And,
like Matrix, like.
and then after teaching the basics, which is reading and stuff,
Yeah.
they would get access to the library with all knowledge of the old world.
Okay.
But some scientist of the old world back then, unknowing by all the others,
Yeah.
destroyed or deleted the database because he thought humanity makes so many errors. We should make the new humankind start from nothing.
Okay.
So that was their thinking, and I found it a very strong plot point because one person decided for the rest of the humanity forever because he destroyed all knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds cool.
More bristlebags. I hate bristlebags.
Those pigs. Those
let's
wars.
go get some duck feathers because I'm also trying to upgrade my pouches and my bags and very important stuff.
Again, do you like to show Las Vegas? Because
Later.
I feel I missed in the first game a bit too much like the clash of the old world. I mean, they sometimes had like large towers that were just skeletons.
Yeah.
But you didn't see that much of the old stuff. So the feel that this is our Earth, but thousands of years later, you could forget that from time to time, I feel. And here they do this a bit more, at least.
Yeah, I mean they wanted that, right? You should have the feeling, okay, this is a strange world, what is this? And you shouldn't from the beginning know or feel how the world was structured.
Okay.
Can't kill fishes.
Okay.
They told me that there are bones here. Ducks.
Okay, Casper,
Finding
learn
ducks
something.
is really hard. Is this a duck?
I imagine they didn't lose the knowledge of alphabets, cause I'd be really hard to reverse engineer that with no basic knowledge. Yeah, sure.
Like I said, they had android teachers who would raise them. And those had the basic knowledge of what you learn, I don't know, in kindergarten and a bit beyond. But for college education...
I mean, didn't people reverse engineer like hieroglyphs?
Sure. But
I mean,
in this case, I think a lot of stuff is totally unknown to them. Like, it's... Really, they think the old world is like God or I don't know. Like if you go here, I think this is no, I wasn't here before. This is a memorial grove, and there they are talk about some soldiers who fought in a war. It's like flying planes and so on, but I don't have the concept of planes in this game, so it's like, I mean, the culture here.
It's a bit like Cargo Cult.
Yeah, cargo cult. I mean, look at them how they are.
I mean, they are Cargo Cult, like
Yeah.
putting stuff from the. I mean, not exactly, but they're putting like stuff from the mechanical creatures as clothes or as parts of their buildings.
Ooh. This one has everything. Fire. I really need to get more
So
stuff.
you really need a bow for every different kind of arrow, right?
Not really. You can have different kind of bows with different kinds of arrows. And in the first part, it was like you can have the best bow, which has all the arrow types.
Yeah.
At least I remember that. But I think that's not possible anymore. And I'm not sure. This is what I didn't read about and also not.
Okay, Castle wrote hieroglyphs were deciphered because there was a living descendant of language and a bilingual text. Yeah, there was a text, that's right. But I didn't know that there was still knowing how to say the words or the language. Yeah, okay. I mean, I feel they don't go too deep into realism here. Also, languages in this world don't matter.
Yeah, that's...
It's really, I think they really started like with the first trailer of what you saw, like a girl fighting robot animals. And that was so cool. And okay, now what? What is the story? I don't believe that they had the story from the beginning. I think there was the design where they started with.
Probably. Okay.
I mean, sure, even as a designer, you make stuff up while drawing it, probably, but...
Gates are shut. I guess I'll have to come back later.
Oh yeah, Aloy is talking a lot.
Yeah.
She's, especially when you're at some kind of puzzle, or I mean the puzzles aren't too hard here. But she's always talking how she has to do the next step, and that several times. It's annoying. This plane is nice. I hear a duck. Where's the duck?
Okay, Castle wrote, Coptic is still a thing. We are still at the languages. Only used as liturgical language now, sadly. Okay, I didn't know that that was Coptic. I don't know, why did I read about hieroglyphs lately? I think friends of mine did a podcast about Stargate, and that's why I started reading about them.
Okay, what do I do?
What do
You
want to
wanted
do?
me to...
Yeah,
visit.
because I talked about Las Vegas, and I mean, we know Las Vegas from different games. Also, like, what is the post-apocalyptic game?
Fallout?
Fallout, yeah.
New Vegas.
And there's New Vegas, which is of course inspired by that, I think. And I just want to see what's left and how they blend it in this kind of... I mean, I'm kind of a bit sad that you are in America now. I must say I'm always a bit disappointed about America as a setting, because it's also overused, because like most of the peers of such games sit in America, so you use that. Probably
Yeah.
because of that, I don't know.
Okay, fast travel.
I hope with this game for, that it's a complete different
Yeah,
world.
it makes it also a bit small, because it says you have to go to journey through a vast desert, and it's not vast.
Yeah.
It's a bit smallish.
What about the size? Is this game bigger or the same as the last? Can
The
you
thing
say?
is, you also had a very large area in the second part, and it was mostly desert, so you didn't really explore it. You walked through and looked at the little icons. So I don't know. Probably a bit bigger, but I am not sure.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't play the add-on. Can't say about it. Where is Las Vegas?
Where did the first game play? In which region? Can you remember?
Well, it's just east of this part.
Oh yeah. Okay, makes sense. So it was also American. I mean, because the game is from the Netherlands, okay? So I don't know why European developers fear using their history.
I think
or
in this case it
landscape.
makes sense because America has a lot of deserts
True.
and it's a big country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have like these old ruins you will somehow recognize, but I mean ruins in the sense of like the
Yeah, sure.
skyscrapers. Okay.
Frost ammo's not gonna do much.
Are you at the tallneck?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm at Behemoth. There.
Yeah, what is a behemoth?
I don't know.
Come on, there are always animals you can say it's like a snake, it's like a bear, it's
Right,
like...
there was a snake enemy at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it was really just a one-timer, right?
Yeah, sure, it'll probably come back later. So, a
What is
large
that?
formidable transport machine that collects resources from smaller machines. When provoked, it uses anti-gravity system to hurl massive boulders at its attacker.
Okay, it's a... nashorn?
Yeah, probably. Rhinoceros.
Rhino, yeah. I don't know. Okay, interesting. But I like this desert more than in the last game. I think it's a bit more diverse what they did here.
Yeah. Color in my face.
I love that
Makes
she
me
even does that while like standing below an enemy. Oh, there's a smaller enemy.
Damn, they're really robust. What the hell?
And there's smaller ones.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Don't.
Just ignore them.
Yeah, it's not a fun fight.
They always fight together, right? There's never... They're always engaged. If you fight one robot, the others
Yeah,
will
well,
join.
I can override them and then they fight against each other.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. But nice sound effects.
Do you want to talk about the fighting system or how it improved or did it improve from the
I think
last?
it didn't change much.
But,
Other than they now have this Valor system where I can like apply this face paint.
Apply makeup to look gorgeous when fighting.
Okay, let's check out. Let's save here because I don't know if I want to save that.
Okay.
Las Vegas.
Where's your riding creature? Can you call it?
The fighting system, I don't think it changed much.
I think, or from just watching you, it seemed to me that the creatures got more interesting.
I think
They do more crazy shit.
I think it's mostly the same. It's like you always had these
Okay.
cool weaknesses. You could analyze every enemy.
Fire's not gonna help here.
You can look, okay, this one is detachable, this one... I don't know if chain reaction is new, but if you, like, fire this one, it would affect other enemies too.
Yeah. Oh no.
What the hell? The climbing is somewhat
Yeah, so
new.
this
You
is
can
where
now
I find Poseidon.
freeform climb.
The ruins out here are
No, just on yellow
Yeah, but it's still
in the sand.
yellow.
marked. Oh.
So maybe Poseidon is underground. If that's true,
Okay, this is Las
we might be able
Vegas.
to find a way down through one of these structures.
Yeah, there was more climbing, and there are those puzzle ruins, right?
Go up. What?
This is a puzzle ruin, right? Where you
I don't know.
have like a building and there's like an artifact that is cool, and in order to get it you have to push some chests and...
I'm not sure. No idea. The other... Like, I have to find these 3 subroutines. But this one... The first one I was a settlement with
Yeah.
characters to talk to, and they want another quest from me. And this one seems to be some deserted ruin, so it could be different for each of them.
Okay.
No idea. So there are some systems that have like reoccurring
Making good use of this.
um, mechanic, like the Tornecs, you have to climb them. Although the last Tornec I climbed, I had to
Bring
pull
down.
down, bring
Yeah.
down with anchors.
That was cool. That looked really...
Yeah, I hope I don't have to do that too often because I like the climbing stuff more.
Yeah.
It felt like really, yeah, doing it for myself.
I mean, it just feels that they try to make the Tolmecs more diverse. Like with Zelda Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild, every tower you would climb would use like the specific things a region has, like creatures around it, or that it was in the water, or that some stairs were missing, or I don't know, stuff like this. And that you always had to do something in order to get up, instead of just climbing up.
Talks.
But like right at the beginning, you had this huge snake you were fighting, like a really colossal snake. Was there ever a huge enemy like that in the first game?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
I mean, the Thunder Jaws were very big, and every time you had this main quest stuff, they had machines that weren't anything like the other machines in the game. So there were big enemies.
Okay.
Maybe not that big, but of course you have to. So if this is Las Vegas, will we see some kind of Trump casino somewhere?
He has a casino.
He had,
He had?
I think. Yeah, well, that was always a joke that he like brags about how he's a great businessman, but he really ran casinos, which are a sure thing. How he ran them to the ground.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, they're always like zip, zip.
It's this special ability.
How do you like the fighting system in this game?
I hate it.
That's why I play it most of the time.
Yeah, sure. No, it's I really like it. I'm not that much of a fighter in games, especially when it comes to Dark Souls and stuff like that. Or all these games which are just button smashing. But this one I have really...
It looks like you're smashing them too.
Yeah, sure, but you have like to be very
Precise,
strategic and
yeah.
precise. Like, okay, this enemy is really weak against fire, so you use fire, and then it crashes to the ground, and then you have to hit really these canisters
Yeah.
to make it. You can be shitty, right? You can still fight them and be shitty, but then you have to be a much higher level because they are sometimes very strong.
That's your creature, right?
Yeah. I think I can I override these? No, they're mountable and unlocked.
I mean, I really like that you can shot those creatures clean, like they lose everything in the end. And there's just like there's this one large creature, I don't know, it has a large tank as like a tick. It has a tank on its back, and if you shoot the back, it explodes and there's nothing on its back.
Yeah,
You know? I don't know what the name of those creatures.
The other stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. But is that now your riding creature or okay, it's fighting you.
No, it's not how I fight.
What? Is that now your fighting creature or is it just for one run?
It's my creature now, I think.
Okay.
But it's a bit slower.
Yeah, it's really big. I mean, I love how they give you really the feel that you ride something large and massive.
Yeah. I thought, didn't we see some guys even riding flying creatures? So maybe I can do that.
Flying creatures? I don't know.
I mean,
Not sure. In the art book?
In the art book?
I just saw the elephants and that there were like Lord of the Ring elephants, that they have like even build-ups on them and people were throwing arrows at you from there. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. You know, I'm not interested in Las Vegas right now. I would
It's okay, you can go. I just wanted to
load
to see
and
what they did with the
I
setting.
would just show a bit of the game.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't have to be totally long today.
Castle says, why do these birds zoop around the area like that? It looks weird.
Do they do what?
I think zoop. Z-O-O-P. I don't know what zoop is.
Yeah, well, they're machines. They're not really birds. Or do you mean the birds?
You wrote birds, these birds. I don't know.
Bellowback.
Bellowback, those are those with the...
There are several creatures which have some stuff on their back.
Yeah, but it were
Shellwalkers
those.
too.
The machine birds. Yeah, maybe you can talk about the purpose of the creatures, how the game in narration, why there are robot
Maybe we
birds.
discussed this already.
Did we? I think you told this Björn today, a friend visiting, why they are robots, what the purpose of the robots were.
I already said that they were created.
Did you just roll your eyes at me?
No. No, I thought I was thinking.
Okay.
The machines itself were, according to the story, created to make the land fertile and so on because some catastrophe happened. I'm actually not sure anymore what happened. Maybe the climate change or a comet.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you see them like big lawnmowers doing
should
stuff there.
I should read up on the story again. Okay, I'm showing the.
I think they're terraforming the land,
Yeah,
right?
sure. But they also went a bit crazy. They are not doing everything they were supposed to do.
Yeah,
I'm showing
obviously,
the
also
start
weapons.
scene a bit.
Yeah.
So you begin in the Dawned, which is like the connection between the East, which was the first part of the game, the first game, and the Forbidden West, and you meet people from the East.
Yeah.
And that they want to make business, of course, and
The
get
emissary.
resources.
Is there a reason why the West is forbidden? Because it was a
Because,
huge thing at the beginning, and now you're just there, and there's nothing.
Yeah, well, the the Karja, which were the dominant
Tribe.
in the east. So here you begin, you get to ride down this elevator, and now it's back. It's not there anymore.
Okay.
The Karja had this huge war with the tribes from the west.
The Tenakt.
The Tinak.
Tenakt.
They are here everywhere. And also I think the whole region is very crazy. Anywho, they had this war, and because they had some kind of mad king. And when you arrive, the mad king is dead, and his son tries to, well, be peaceful and make peace treaties and so on. Yeah.
Hello, Kitty. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're teleporting. Weirdly.
The animals,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
That's also what
you know,
custom
there are
action.
also resource containers if you want. They don't have any other purpose than have to have little bones that you can use.
Yeah.
Okay, they have meat. Their food is more important or has a bigger role in this game.
But you don't have to eat, right? It's just for
No.
healing.
I don't have to eat. I can have like effects, which I don't have.
I think they're also in the set, right?
In
In the Lego, those.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, and one of them. Yeah. You can exchange the light from orange to red. It's just one bullet. I really feel the animations are even more dynamic and
Maybe.
crazy than
But I
before.
never felt the animations in the first part be undynamic.
No, not bad, but like those that they are quickly rotating, that they're doing some tail sweeps.
I feel that some enemies are harder, and they also have like you have this whole list of enemies,
Yeah.
and they also have variants. Like this Bower has a lot of variants. Trackapur, Bower, whatever. And they also now have Apex variants, which are harder because they don't have. Because they usually have less weaknesses and are more strong versus something. So you shouldn't use fire against the epic scrapper. So I don't know why they had to do that, but you also have to make it.
Their Pokemon.
You have to push it to 11
Yeah.
with the next game.
I mean, it's hard because it was an already accomplished game,
Yeah.
and to really bring that to a second part, I really wonder if they're working on the third part. I mean, they were working on an add-on. There's an add-on for the second part. But I wonder if there will be a third game. I guess. I think it did sell well enough, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, the first part also got a
DLC?
a DLC and a port to PC.
Oh yeah, right.
Which wasn't well received because it was pretty
Buggy, laggy.
buggy, or at least bad performance.
Really? Oh, I have to check.
At least at the beginning. I think now it's okay.
Like always these days. Let's check. I wondered if it's on Steam. Steam
It is. It is.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Let's Google while stream. Complete edition on Steam. But I mean, even if it wasn't that successful, like, what did I read? Elden Ring sold, I think, 11 million.
Yeah.
And that's huge. And I'm not sure they made it to that. I think not. But I think it's a game that sells amazing on the long term. Because it's really a quality game, like Witcher. You know, you always get back to that.
Hey, can we have 2
Oh,
animations?
very positive, 60,339. So that's good. What can we?
Can we have 2 jumping animations? I mean, we always have only fly, right? The character's doing some kind of jump on Spider-Man jump,
Yeah.
but maybe something for up, and when she tries to land, that the feet are going
Okay.
down. Maybe we can try that.
Yeah, I mean,
To
I
make
was
it more
actually
dynamic.
studying Alix a bit,
Alloy.
Alloy a bit. There is a video of Alloy idols that I looked at. Yeah, sure. I have to do so much more animations. Also, I hate our run animation. Yeah. Whenever I get back to animations, I will do some.
I'm a bit sad that the characters are mostly one-liners, but it fits the game because you don't want to talk to everybody.
You once did vergleichen. Compare this game to the game where you played the little bear creature. Mutants? Was it this the name of the game? Like
Biomutant.
Biomutant, yes, right.
Okay, this is a whole other lead.
Yeah, because it's multiplayer. It was fighting. It was you have different weapons. I think also different fire stuff, different combat styles. maybe.
Yeah.
And I always wondered where the game could have been improved to feel better, because I always thought that the characters you met there had stupid one-liners that made the dump more flat than it needed to be, you know?
Yeah. R1 and R2.
So I think one-liners are not that bad because it seems to fit here, but I wonder if it's the context or what they say or how they say it, or like a Biomutant. What made the game feel stupid, you know?
Yeah.
You played it both, so I can't say.
I have to press both buttons at the same time.
Speaking about Steam, Axiom Verge 2 is on Steam now. I've 100%ed it a few days ago with the help of some walkthrough for the last items. I enjoyed it a lot.
Which one?
Axiom Verge. I didn't know that there was a...
Axis Infinity.
Axis Infinity, you're right.
What? Ah, okay, I don't have to jump. What? No.
I really love that you kind of make them completely naked by slashing off like parts of what they wear. It's kind of strange.
It's the aerial slash.
I
Bring
mean,
your
not
blade
naked,
down
but
from the air
you know.
onto your enemy. Deadly and a great way to set up follow-up attacks.
This is something that really got complicated.
I never played
You have
Axiom
much
Verge.
more combos now
Yeah, okay.
in the first game. And I'm always much too confused to use them.
I kind of feel maybe Ghost of Tsushima, they always also used combos. I don't know where they got that inspired from.
I've yet to see a real tonight horse. I'm none too impressed by their architecture.
He still has something on. What is with his arm? Is it just a projection?
I think it was a weak point you could have hit in with an arrow while this was push forward.
Now remember, a jump off can not only give you distance from your opponent.
There are
You can also
some
set up an aerial
enemies in the
shot.
game, human enemies, where this is very important because they also have
Masks.
they have tight armor and heavy weapons, and you fight them melee, so learning this stuff is cool, or you have to learn the skills and then learn it how to
Yeah.
use it. But as I said, it's too much for me.
Yeah.
Here now, this. No,
Huh?
what? Don't know.
You're doing it
press
wrong,
R1.
or
Yeah, but
yeah, or is it a bug?
no, it says wrong input. Maybe I should press them both. No. I don't know.
I love the people around. Woohoo! Yeah, we got nothing to do today. It always reminds me a bit of Gothic.
I don't know what to do. Also, it doesn't show me anymore a hint. What? Fuck this.
Should I look for something? How
No.
to do aerial shot?
No, please not.
Okay.
I really learned it, but
Yeah, that's the best help when they say wrong input, but not what's the right input. I'm looking okay.
no. No. I got it.
What did you wrong?
I just had it. Whatever. I think I have to press both.
You keep the noise down. Drink.
Delving and forging do not guarantee success. Brewing ale does.
This one goes to the Nora.
Okay.
Okay.
You have mastered.
Totally. I think I have to press both buttons. But I'm not sure. Not okay, I don't have any challenges.
I should go.
I don't
love
have
his-
some. If you wanna
his
practice
armor.
I love his armor, yeah.
It's still, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to a part that I absolutely hate in the game.
Cool.
But
Show
it
us.
seems to be optional.
You mean the game?
The game within the game.
Yeah, talk about this game.
Yeah, I have to find it first. It's not here.
Isn't she like in a big room? Yeah.
I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find any booze around here.
Oh, she was somewhere down.
I looked
Right.
On the right side? Yeah.
another.
I can
Welcome back.
see her. So she brought me to the game Match and Strike, which is a board game within the game. That's random.
I love the little figures though.
This is gonna be
And it's much too complicated for my taste for
Yeah.
such a game within the game.
True.
I can accept like a poker-based dice game, but this one is tactical. You can buy these little figurines by other merchants in the game,
Yeah.
and they have various different, like 4 different skills and different
Ground.
Yeah, they react sometimes to different ground and of course different height. So this is grassland, right?
It's like chess and it's
Illinois.
not Risk. What is the other? Stratego?
I don't know if it's called Stratego, but yes.
Yeah, in English, I don't know how it's called. Like where your opponent got an army, but you don't see the numbers.
Yeah.
I feel it's like 3 board games in one. I mean, I have to admit, like, in Witcher 3, I didn't properly understand, what's the name with G?
Time to make my move.
Witcher?
Gwent.
Gwent, yeah. In German,
Do you-
it's called Gwent.
Hey, you
For
just
some
got
reason.
raped. Do you want to play Gwent?
Yeah.
You're up, Red.
I hated Gwent in Witcher 3 too, because I didn't understand the tutorial, and it didn't make sense, and they changed it a bit for the like standalone game that was just Gwent but with story. I think Throne Breaker or something. There I loved Gwent because they really did like puzzles with it, and they had interesting cards, and it was really great.
Oh,
But in the game, it felt too, don't know, it was too hard.
Off the board it goes.
of course I should have seen that it has a movement of 2.
There is
Done now.
a German-Austrian podcast called The Story Behind the Story, or
That
yeah,
was brutal.
History of History, or something like this.
Yeah.
And they talked about the history of chess. And it was
Oh, yours.
really interesting how this game grew to a worldwide game that everybody could play. Everybody got their pieces. I mean, it's really like chess
Yeah.
is in the real world. The people could play it together, but they had different rules, and it has like an ancient history where it came from, and that people really fought out disputes, even like war. It's so like war with chess. You know,
Yeah.
that was. It's kind of cool. The thought, you know.
I'm losing, by the way.
Right off the board.
Yeah, I'm.
And it's not fun, okay? The game is not fun.
I also heard never anybody talk about the game. I mean, I have a very gamey a Twitter feed. You can always see like which game is really going right now.
Yeah.
And they talked a lot about Horizon, of course, but never about this game. Not even that it was annoying, just not even that it was there. Nobody talked about
Indicate
it.
here? Okay.
Yeah. I won like 3 matches, but even that wasn't fun.
I really wonder why they made it so complicated, because... Okay, maybe because they can,
Yeah, sure. And
so they did.
of course,
So what's
in the
new?
granted scheme, it's
Aloy
not that
machine
complicated.
hunter.
Hmm.
But
I gotta go, Petra. That you do. I'll keep the seat warm
you
for
meet
you.
some characters, by the way, from the first game, even though you are now in a new region.
Yeah.
And Petra is one of the...
And you could flirt with some of them.
Not really flirt. I can very seldom choose an answer based on either love, I don't know if love, like compassion,
Yeah.
or brain, intelligence, or like strength. So
Okay.
it's more like an aggressive answer, I guess. And I don't know if it makes any difference in the later game.
I mean, when I think of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I played a lot, speaking of one-liners and who you were in this world, and that you couldn't really interact with people except just listening to what they said, it worked and it was the same. Link has no character.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody knows kind of that she's a hero, but you're also not really part of this world. You're for yourself, and that's really cool. I feel they really achieved to make this world.
Yeah, it's
Lively.
definitely a nice, nicely done world.
Okay.
There's also now, I think it wasn't in the first game, right? That you can dive into water.
No, I don't think so. Because it was what you could see about this game is there will be water. You will swim a lot.
Yeah.
You will dive a lot.
And I hate diving parts. But because of this lack of oxygen, you always don't know, am I supposed to die here?
Yeah.
Or is this, like, am I just bad at using the controls for
Yeah.
diving?
I mean, I love like diving a lot in Thief because it really made the world
Sure.
added an extra
Sure.
layer of
And first
exploration.
person is always a little bit better for orientation.
Castle Road, did y'all see Splatoon 3 is gonna have in-game board game as well? Really? Splatoon? Okay, no, I must
didn't even play the first part, so
Yeah, I must admit I didn't play any Splatoon because I was never very intrigued in buying the online multiplayer account, though we are already paying for them to be able to play N64 Zelda, so Ocarina of Time, which we are still playing through.
yeah, you just have to say the word.
Yeah, right, I know. I think we are getting into regions that I can't remember that well, so I'm not super. And then I know the levels get longer and longer, and then I'm not.
I thought they get shorter and shorter. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's that good. You know, that levels get longer later in the game. It's not like quality. Now you're super good, so the levels have to get longer. That's why I actually like the new approach to have like little ruins, like in one region dedicated to one theme, like electricity or water or whatever, and you just solve them randomly, and it's like one big ruin but split. It works so much better.
Yeah.
For my taste, at least. Yeah, so I have to check out the Splatoon game. I wonder how you could play it like in a multiplayer session. If you can just say, okay, let's not play Splatoon, but the in-game.
Guess we're doing a lot of damage.
We have frost. I have.
I must say, at the moment I'm not super into upcoming games. I have not many games that I'm waiting for or that I'm watching.
Right now I'm only waiting for Gloomwood.
Yeah.
Just because it's a Thief clone.
When it's out? Thief with guns.
Yeah. And it was meant to come out, or at least the early access version, some weeks ago, I think last week or the week before.
Mm-hmm.
But they postponed it to 6th of September.
Okay.
Something like that.
It's frosted over.
Yeah, speaking of not Earth-like fantasy that I would have wished for Horizon would be. How intrigued are you in the upcoming Lord of the Rings series that is starting tomorrow?
Not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, I was the same, but then I bought Silmarillion in preparation for
I mean, we watched the Hobbit
again.
movies recently. Not because I liked them or anything, just because I had to, like, okay, there were some scenes that were nice, and I think everybody of us really liked the beginning of the whole...
Yeah, with Martin Freeman.
The Martin
Bilbo,
Freeman and in Hobbing and...
Confused.
Where just the dwarves are coming. The whole atmosphere is always great.
Yeah.
So homely, it's always the best part. Where they sing, where they have fun with him.
And the dragon is really amazing.
Yeah, the dragon. I don't care much about the dragon. I must be honest.
I like really the animation and how it's
I
done.
mostly like the voice.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he felt very convincing. And also, I completely forget about that those two were like in Sherlock together. And that's a bit funny. So. Yeah, but I really could use some new fantasy, but really
I'm rather
cliched.
waiting for the Willow series.
Yeah. That too, but I could really use some cliched, old school elves and
Sure,
orcs and dwarves fantasy input. That's a puzzle ruin.
Yeah, but I think I already
Solved
did
it.
it. I'm actually not sure. I mean, just has, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
It's green. I did it.
There's one big game that I'm waiting for, and that's Breath of the Wild 2. I really would love to see what they changed, you know, what.
Repurposing a rebel outpost into a
Because they changed so much from the old Zelda games, and I really want to see how they continued, you know, how they, from there, how, what could be better than Breath of the Wild, you know, to add.
Yeah, I understand completely. I mean, I didn't want to buy Horizon
You just got
Forbidden
it.
West because in the end it really is just more of the same.
Yeah.
And thankfully it has a continuation of the story that is interesting. And of course the character makes this fun,
Yeah, sure.
but it is a time hog. It is
Yeah.
like I'm 30 hours in, I have 30%. So I can somehow imagine how long it will be. And of course 100 hours are not long for everybody.
Yeah.
But for me it's like the next 3-4 weeks, the evenings are just not for anything else.
Yeah.
And
Who
I
are
don't like that.
these? A Karja. Okay.
Rarely left the sacred land.
Right? The whole Nova thing, right? I'm from the tribe of the Nova,
Yeah.
which are usually only can you meet, if any, in their holy lands, which is totally in the east. Like,
Yeah. But everybody
east
knows
is
that you're
right in.
Nora now.
But everybody recognizes me as a Nova, and everybody, yeah, knows they have this holy land which they can't leave actually, and think it's others are forbidden to enter.
Yeah, okay.
But it doesn't make so much sense anymore. But of course, it's the lore.
Yeah.
But it's not really part of the story that I'm Nora, because this was a big part in the first part. It would contain the first your movement in the first part of the game, first part of the first game.
Yeah, and that you were an outsider
Right,
and not
right.
accepted.
I mean, even more, right? You were not even allowed to speak to other Nora because you were an
Yeah.
outcast.
Yeah.
So they opened it up really nicely, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
I mean, I guess it's just a reminder where you come from, so...
Ooh. Oh, he can call for reinforcement. That's nice.
Don't they always do when they scream?
Some creatures. Plus another.
Okay, in another game that I'm waiting for is of course Ghost of Tsushima,
Oh, right.
where I always want to buy the DLC, but I also know that it's a time hog and I'm... Yeah, right now the PlayStation is occupied, so maybe...
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, I somewhat plan to play it like around Christmas or so. When I have more time. Although I would really love to kill. Okay. Is it a large rat?
I think it's really fun to fight in this game and watch it also.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
always feels dynamic and it looks like I know what I'm doing.
yeah, totally. I mean, I love just sitting next here reading books because I try to read more books right now
Yeah.
and just watch you play. And that's really fun because, yeah, like you said, it's always dynamic. It always looks good. Her animations are amazing. Yeah, it lets you look professional. You know what you're doing.
I always feel empowered when I play Aloy.
Yeah,
Like I'm the strongest female warrior out there,
yeah.
even when I'm losing.
You still look good.
She doesn't give up. What I really think the game didn't need but has is this.
Huh? Oh.
You can.
Oh, yes, photo mode, please.
Oh,
I love
okay.
photo mode. I did Ghost of Tsushima photo mode, Zelda Breath of Wild photo mode, a lot.
Okay, now I can. Oh, I can change the time of day. That's good.
I mean, I love that they obviously put that in to do their own screenshots. To do better screenshots for because it's really hard to just playing the game do good screenshots.
It's a bit creepy.
Yeah, I always feel like also with Link, those are always out of character. Like Link also does this and this, and that's so not Link.
It looks so stupid.
Yeah, because she's not playful at all.
Yeah.
She's always serious. She never does jokes, right?
I mean,
Does
well,
she?
she's not totally serious. She does smile and
Yeah.
she has emotions, but yeah, it's not. She's
Maybe-
not playful.
Yeah. Maybe that maybe that would be my biggest critic about this game, you know, that she could have more character, you know.
Hide the pain.
And yeah, hide the pain. It's even called hide the pain.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can I move the
And I wish that she had like friends that would be more her friends, you know, deeper.
Well, she has friends, but always she tells them stay behind, go
Yeah.
away. I have to do this alone.
I wonder if they maybe like in Gothic, you know, they support you by doing their own thing and that's okay, you
Yeah.
know. Because here I feel they are communicated to you as, yeah, you're not the only hero, they are strong as well, they can help you, and then always something happens and you are even glad or the game wants you to do it alone, so something in the game happens, then you're
Yeah.
going to do it alone. Maybe, I mean, they have missions where people accompany you, right? Or do they try not to have them?
There are some missions where you get accompanied, where you have a
Companion?
or where you are the companion.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I wish I could like remove the helmet here.
I think too many cables. I think it would be better for the story not to mention it all the time, you know,
Yeah.
that they're not coming yet, or oh no, they are injured, they can't come with you, you know, just let them have their own life, and that's why, or they're doing something for you, but have to stay back, have to do it from that position.
Sure, they should be more proactive. They always say, "Oh, can I come with you?"
Yeah.
Instead of, "Okay, I'm doing my thing. We will meet later." They always want to be with Aloy.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be with her too, so I play her.
Yeah.
But it's so sad.
I wish he wouldn't say all the time, I don't have time for that. That you can decide, do you want to spend time with that or not, you know?
I go back. Let's go to this town. It's called Belgrade.
Sure.
Why do I have to go there? What? Okay.
I liked how Ghost of Tsushima did this problem of you are the hero, you have to solve stuff, but you're not the only one in the world who does
Yeah.
stuff. Like you got in Ghost of Tsushima, you got like I don't know, 4 to 5 heroes that had their own front to fight, like an old bowmaster and his apprentice. She showed the sacred technique to the Mongols,
Okay.
and whenever you were with him, you had quests. You would go. You knew when you go there, the quest would continue with him, and you were following her in order to kill her, so she doesn't show these techniques to them, so they don't kill people
Yeah.
with this technique. So, and it was always like there you couldn't solve this on your own because it was knowledge only this character had. You would spend time with this character. You would get to know him better. But you were still the hero, you know? But that worked really, really well. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're doing it. There's going to be a Ghost of Tsushima movie. I think made by one of the John Wick stunt coordinators also.
Okay.
I think this guy is also a director, so he did movies before. But yeah, I don't know his name yet.
Okay. Okay, I have all the weapons. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, I mean you're like the most intelligent person or knowledgeable person in the whole world because you have this focus, this little machine. You see stuff others don't,
But
and you have understandings of the old
Yeah.
old people tech and the old technology in general, which the others don't. So you are the hero.
yeah, but I thought here are more people that had a focus.
Yeah,
in the
sure, but
enemies.
they didn't do what you do, right? They just
Yeah, because you have the genetics to open doors that others
that too, and you also have like a whole game before where you learned all the stuff, and those characters now finally got such a focus. There's only one character who is like your equal. He's called Silence.
Yeah.
And he was a little bit like a mentor in the first part, but not really. And in this part he helps you, but also seems to have his own agenda, which you don't know yet, because some of the Tenakt are rebels who you fight,
Yeah.
and most of them are friendly, but not friendly in the sense of they don't kill you inside. But the rebels, they have also magicians they can override. And this is obviously by Silence doings.
Ah, okay.
So you don't know yet why he did that, but he did.
Okay. Crazy. This whole area is so detailed with
Yeah.
stuff.
Greetings.
Got a problem? Drinks later?
So this is like the big entrance to the west, to the Forbidden West.
Yeah.
So this is the gate where you first got out, and then there was some kind of embassy, a meeting with the Tenakt. And of course everything went wrong, and the rebels came and killed most of the most important people in the game. So
I mean, I loved that how they build it up. So, the big embassy, and then they meet all, and they're going to meet, and oh my god, it's happening soon.
Yeah.
And then it was just a clusterfuck of.
Right, and then I killed someone, and I got this nifty little shield, which I now use as gliding tool,
Yeah.
which sometimes doesn't appear. So. And I can kill white foxes.
You're the worst.
What unknown? Acid canister door. I wonder what I have. Too many of them. So there's another thing I barely use, even though the game teaches this a lot and gives you a lot of tools. I really seldom use traps.
Yeah.
I mean, what I do often is like do the stealth approach, right?
Oh, but they work well.
Yeah, they work well, but I often forget it and they don't work well with any mission, right? Anyway, I usually I'm more a fan of the sneak approach,
Yeah.
but sometimes I just go full in, and only when the enemy is very, very hard I lay traps before I fight them. There's even a trap shooting bow. Inventory. The trip caster. The shock trip caster, for example.
Okay. So you're basically the chosen one.
I am.
You are, but you are also a clone of.
Yeah,
person
because
once
because
more.
you're the because you are the clone, you are the chosen one. Basically. Yeah, she always says like she is known now as the savior of Meridian, and she always says, "Oh, it's just hello, I'm not that great," or something like that. I mean, in the first location in the game, which you can't visit anymore, you even have a statue of yours, which you didn't want, of course. But there's a statue of Aloy standing.
Oh, one that trap.
They are not really trapped, they just activation.
The
The
electroshock.
right, and then they are electroshock.
Can't you lure him in there?
Yeah, I can.
Show.
I can even run myself into the Man, they're really agile.
Yeah. Crazy machines.
Stunned. Got an opening.
What the hell? That doesn't shoot you.
The game even sometimes gives you the opportunity to, like, cut. How to describe it? Like, there are tree logs kept in
there are
the
contraptions.
contraptions, and when you cut them, they all fall down.
Yeah, there are some arena-like areas.
Yeah. I wonder how many people like really use them.
Yeah, I always forget about them when they are there. That's how
Aw.
foxes scream.
That's also where Ghost of Tsushima is so much better because you can pet them and get even points for that.
So right, another aspect of the game, of the story, which I didn't touch, there's like this blight which affects the land now. So it seems, so this is a reason the whole story actually started, because the world is not totally saved. It will like collapse in a few months if you don't do anything, because the whole terraforming thing doesn't work anymore, right? So you have to.
Story-wise, that's also very interesting how the game treats that
Let me know if you
that
change your
imminent
mind.
threat.
Yeah.
Like last night, you were at this very posh tribe chieftain,
Yeah.
and he got something in his cellar that you want, that you need to restart a computer or to get the backups to restart a computer,
Right.
to get rid of this blight. and you said, yeah, you will die too, you have to help me. And he's like, no, you have to do this quest first, then I help you in exchange. And it's, I don't know, it's just the writing. They could have hidden that a little bit better, that the game wants you to do some quests, because it's okay, of course you have to do quests, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Although there's the
Yeah, but
imminent threat, like in 4
but of
months,
course
that's
it's
not much time.
Yeah, sure, but of course for them it's not an imminent threat. You could tell a lie because you don't.
Yeah.
They see that the world is dying, right? They see the blight. They see that
It's
the
like
machines
climate
are getting
change.
crazy. But like the people in Plainsong, which we will show now, they say, yeah, if you die, it's part of the cycle, of the great cycle, and we have to endure it.
Okay. But I mean, their part where they live is completely in fields of blight.
Yeah, no, totally. There are
Yeah.
some green parts.
But most of them is really red, and I mean, they really must see it. And it's also, they had like machine gods that were really cool.
Why can't they see it?
Why can't I see it?
Look
Like
up,
these
look
machine
up,
gods,
look up.
they're also friendly, right?
Yeah, that's their land gods.
But they function anymore.
Yeah, you can't do anything with them. You can't. They are not even somehow impressed if you fight them.
Aww.
Get away.
Is that honey or something?
Yeah, I think it's honey.
Can you shoot it or do anything with it?
No. What's happening with this tree?
Whoa, what's that? Like above. What the fuck?
Storm coming up.
Is that some story thing?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's just normal.
I mean, there are these. Yeah, it won't spoiler because it's not needed for this stream.
Yeah, okay.
So this is Plainsong, which is very creative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really damn.
It's so
I
detailed.
love what they did with the place.
I love what they're trying to do.
But yeah, it's. I think it's a bit sad that not much is interactive. You walk around in the town like twice, looking at everything. It was also a problem for me in the first part.
Yeah.
And then you only walk to the merchants, and they don't even say much anymore. They just give you the trading screen, and that's it. So that's something I miss from other games like Gothic, where even though the city may be mostly just nice to look at and that's it, but at least they have things like in Gothic it's a pan where you can cook meat, which
Yeah, but-
just helps to make the city in itself more important, right? But here it's just you visit the characters and that's it.
I wonder what the majority of players want, like rather more places, but they are not that detailed, or
Yeah.
places where you really would come back more often, and that would also change a bit over time. You know, like in Gothic, that you couldn't enter one city anymore because it was destroyed, or people were killed there. This kind of stuff. They are really great. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I mean, one thing that isn't discussed anymore, but was a big part of discussion back in my day, was teachers, right? In Gothic, you have teachers for every skill you can learn.
Yeah.
This was also the case in the old Ultimas. And nowadays, it's like the character learns stuff from thin air. You just have to kill some enemies, get experience points, gain a level, and then gain some skill points, and you can
Yeah.
use them to directly change your skill tree.
Yeah. I mean,
And then-
teachers always made it more
Right, and
real world
teachers,
believable.
while teachers are totally not
Sorry.
necessary for a game, they super make the world more important.
They always also
the place.
talk stuff like, yeah, if you take the skin of this animal, you
Yeah,
have to
right,
take
right.
the...
You got
Although
it.
you don't know, use this knowledge, of course, but it was
I really
so-
like to. Okay, you give me 5 points of strength or somewhat, and he said, "Yeah, you have to hold your hand like this." So five learning points invested to get this super cool advice, but it made the world more
yeah, totally.
immersive to me.
Yeah, immersive is
And
the
it was
word.
also like, okay, there's this special skill, and I have to find the right teacher for that.
Yeah. And you were so happy finding this new teacher. Oh, you could learn this and that. Like, that was special.
But it just means this game is super streamlined, and
Yeah.
teachers would like destroy the streamlined.
Do you remember like when it was Gothic 4? Gothic 4, right?
4?
Was it 4? Yeah, it's this other that was made by a completely different company. Was
Maybe.
it 4? Do you remember? Where you started as a shepherd, you couldn't even swim, you would immediately drown in the
Yeah.
water. And I think that was the first game that I saw where you could craft materials while in a boss fight.
While jumping, yeah.
And that was so ridiculous. This can't be. This game is so stupid. And I mean, whenever people see the screen, you're crafting something, right?
Well, I choose the weapon, but also I can with X quickly craft my
Yeah.
missing arrows. But you would totally lose the game instantly if you
Yeah,
couldn't
sure.
do this.
I mean, I just find this so interesting because they did this at a very early stage when not every game would do this. And people were like, it's outrageous, you can't do this, this
I
is
think-
ridiculous.
I think at some point games diverted here. Like, okay, there are these games where you can do anything at any point.
Yeah,
And then there are survival games where you really are
Yeah, sure.
forced to
sure.
bump a tree 20 minutes until you get a piece of wood, and you have to collect 20 wood to get 1 arrow. And yeah, and that's like it made in each direction it got more extreme instead of like getting some kind of
I mean,
Yeah.
both directions are
Compromise.
extreme. I mean, the
Yeah, I
survival
mean
game
that.
direction is also has a weird extremist.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Ah,
Both is extreme.
Yeah. Okay.
Survival games drain me totally because I hate this obvious time wasting mechanics of collecting. I mean, I do a lot of collecting. I added some witchwood. I now have 300, and I have like 2,000 more in my inventory, which I can't directly use in my stash. I mean,
Yeah.
but
You're still
just clicking
collecting.
once together something is something I can endure.
Also, it
right?
looks nice when the little
Yeah. Tree branches,
tricks like
tricks.
it's a nice interactivity.
But with survival games, I just know, okay, I have to do this 100 times. Like when we played Valheim, I loved Valheim for what it
Yeah.
is, right? But
Arc.
at some point, it made me I was too aware of how much I have to stare at a tree, click the same button all the time, and just to get this new stuff I want.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I feel
Touristy clouds.
yeah. I mean, I always feel when you do it, when you know the purpose you're doing it for, and it's like immediately reachable, I have no problem with doing stupid stuff like cut 20 trees or so. But like in Ark, we also played Ark, like the game with the dinosaurs. It really felt like a waste of time because you also died so quickly
Yeah.
from
yeah.
hunger. And I mean, I guess the game wanted to teach you, okay, you have to be more economically with what you do. You know, you have to get better tech or
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
to prepare food better or kill bigger creatures to save food longer.
But you know, basically,
But if the you know the work is bigger than the fun, I don't know why I should do it.
yeah, right. Basically, I like this, right? Hunger makes a game
Yeah,
a
sure.
bit more annoying, but also makes the game more grounded in the world. You have to find food, and the food got value beyond just health.
Yeah.
And you can have characters, like in Ultima 7, that talk about a specific kind of food, and
Yeah, sure.
it has worth, it has value. Like here you can also cook food, but it's totally not important.
Yeah.
For me at least. Anyway. And I like that, right? But the
No,
more I
nothing,
have to do
nothing
that.
against that. Like, don't starve. I mean, the fun thing about don't starve was always that if you would die, it wouldn't be from starvation. Although this was the main goal to keep
Yeah.
up in the game. You know, gather food, cook something out of it, to stay alive. But you would do so much more in the game to survive there. But it was always fun. I only stopped Don't Starve like when the winter came. I read that you couldn't save food because it would go to waste, or you have to catch rabbits and put them into cages and keep them alive. I can't remember. I stopped it. I just read how to do it because I died from cold and starvation. And then I read how to prepare for winter, and I was so fucked up by what I read, what I had to do, like how they turned a fun game into, I mean, some people would say a cool challenge, but for me it was like, okay, that just sounds annoying. That didn't sound like fun and exploration and trying stuff anymore.
Yeah. And that's not to say fun is the most important thing at all times.
Not fun, and yeah,
But
you know, like,
it shouldn't also be make me miserable.
I think my problem with this stuff is, like, for a lot parts, survival games are not linear. You know, you can do this, you can build a house, you can gather food, you can fight this enemy to get a better armor and stuff. But like these winter mechanics, they make it linear because now you have to prepare for only this one thing. You know, and you have to do this, and then you have to do that, and then you have to do this and that. There's no experimentation, there's no creativity. You can really read in the internet what exactly you have to do, and that's the point where I'm out.
Yeah.
When there's like this very, you know, there's no spontaneity in there, no experimentation. You just have to follow this. I don't know. That's the part where games like this bore me.
Why can't I use this?
A true hunter never stops honing their technique.
What are you doing now? What's your goal right now?
I wanted to show there are these hunting grounds. I mean, there are a lot of stuff in the game, but there are sometimes challenges, like they have this little area with always the same enemies.
Yeah.
And some characters tell you to defeat these enemies in a certain way.
Yeah.
For this hunting ground, you have to use stealth.
Looking to improve your hunting skills?
And now I have this rope caster as a weapon, but I don't know how to use it. It's really strange. Ah, maybe because I'm here. Can't use anything. Now I can use it. Ooh, it has nice little shock canister.
The stuff you got like up your little fanny bag on the side.
Can I see? Sparker can be delighted with the shock. What? I have to. They don't act on proximity.
Okay.
What?
Hey, what are you?
I don't know what's happening.
And then you can recollect them?
I have to read again what this weapon is about. I mean, I can use a fire arrow. So if I shoot a fire thing and then ignite it with fire, Ooh.
Okay. Whoa, okay.
Wow. Okay, maybe this is a nice too.
I love that it's like a lamp. Like a lantern.
Ah. Okay, this is.
Ah, this one is an ice container.
Yeah. And this other one is shock, but I don't have shock arrow ready. Whatever. Just wanted to show the folds.
Okay.
I read an article, or there's some kind of paper or slides about how they did the foliage, because it looks crazy amazing for the PlayStation 4 also.
Yeah.
And they really had to do some crazy tricks to get this rendered in a good performance, because it's so much, right? It's
All
so
the
much
plants, the
foliage,
trees, and
especially the various types of plants.
the effects, the creatures, the amount of polies.
Yeah. Ooh, I should try this. Inventory. Change my weapon. I want.
What are you going to try now?
Shock bolt blast. Shock variable. Short range. Acid variable. Close range. Is this totally different from the shock variable, or is the acid variable has also shock?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Is it like a difference between bow and what's the other thing?
Crossbow.
Crossbow, yeah.
No, not in this regard, because they are the same variable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's equip it with the Frost Hunter bow. Okay, then I place this.
Greetings. Looks like the one with the canisters on her box.
Yeah, where? The problem is it takes really long to load. And now all the creatures are gone.
Yeah,
Great.
great.
And the
Oh, yeah,
weasels, the
enemies.
weasels are coming.
Yeah, enemies fighting enemies. Or is it enemies? Oh, it's friends. Don't really know when to use this. Okay.
Did it just like roll itself over to fight the fire?
I don't
Or
know. I think they did it sometimes.
okay.
They also burrow. That's
Wow.
why they are called burrow.
I really love the enemies. They're really so well done. They're also very, very lovely to look at. Even if they're evil, they are like cool animals, cool creatures.
Sure.
But
Let's try. I will stop then. Let's try again getting this drone with the Thunderjaw.
Okay.
It's hardcore.
Did you reload from beginning? No, you saved this, right?
Mm-mm. You didn't save.
What? From where?
From the beginning of the game.
What?
From
The whole session you don't save.
No, because I didn't want to. I was
Okay.
wasting so much arrows and stuff.
Okay.
It's not important, really. I didn't do anything important. It was just for demonstration
Okay.
purposes. Mhm. Oh, it's
Is there a
saved.
tall neck near? Oh yeah.
I can show a top.
But you hear them. Look. You can even hear them, the tall neck. That's a tall neck. The sound, right? There.
Yeah, I did.
I really love the sound design, like of the creatures, that they even have sound design is amazing. I mean that they, like from story wise, that those creatures made creature sounds. Oh, come on. Nee.
Fight for me. I don't think I can go up again. I have to climb up this and then,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. But yeah, that's a tall neck. Look at that mine tall neck.
Yeah, the design is really,
I love that.
really lovely. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. There's so many details. I really would love to see the creature models, like with the rig and like
Yeah.
see the creature rig. It's insane. Peter, how are they? Lego.
A bit different.
Yeah, sure. I can see.
Okay, what did I want to do? I wanted to go through the drone.
I love that this really has this rhythm. Okay, now it's inaudible.
Sure. Stupid. Yeah. It's hidden behind the bush. Okay, we have to get here. The nearest. There.
You can only go from fire to fire. Or can you go
Yeah.
to the little symbols?
No. From campfire to campfire, but can also use my fast travel pack to directly go to a campfire without being near a campfire.
Okay. But only to campfires.
But only to campfire.
Okay.
That's how the world works.
Can you save any time?
No. Only at campfires, and that sometimes, or rather often does auto saves.
Yeah.
Oh no, I really have no shit.
I love that you're not going to save this, but you're still picking up every plant you see.
Yeah, right, because I need this if I want to fight this guy.
The Tyrannosaurus. What?
It's not really a right. I don't know. Okay, it has short arms. Because there's this drone that you see up there,
Yeah.
and it gives me a bit of, I don't even know, does it give me anything other than a nice holographic picture in my base?
Okay.
The base I didn't show because it's not important. So it's another thing you have to collect. Like you really see how many types of quests you can have. It's a bit exhausting. You already saw. Maybe you can override this.
Mm-hmm.
So. Weak against acid and water. Okay, this does a chain reaction to plasma, but I don't think I have anything to do with it. What did I try last time that it
Shooting
worked?
the thing below his tail.
Okay.
Didn't you nearly kill it?
Not nearly. I think nearly was never the option.
Okay.
I mean, I could try to fight it from above.
But it also shoots like
Yeah,
missiles up.
right. Some super missile discs with lasers and it has so many weapons. And the funny thing is, if they have very strong weapons, then you can shoot these weapons from the enemy and use it yourself.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a fun thing. Maybe I should like shoot too far away. What is it effective at? It doesn't care about frost and energy.
It's an electro Pokemon. So you have to fight it with water.
And acid. Let's try it.
Why don't you shoot the canisters?
Because when I try to affect it with acid or something, it doesn't work on the canisters. Or it doesn't matter.
Laser beams. Face paint.
Where is
And
it?
you completely lost track on
Oh,
what's
it's
going
off
on.
the board.
Did you just call your riding?
Yeah, my horse is amazing. Fighting it from above does actually make sense.
I mean, that's why they put the rock there, I guess.
I think that's one of his super weapons.
Yeah, the missile.
But I don't know if I can use that.
Or the other laser beams.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Nah.
Oh no!
What?
I collected some gold.
By nearly falling down.
Too bad I don't save.
Did you just say boo? Oh.
I just said.
That scream.
Okay, I have enough.
What does Casa say? Use your water arrows like in Thief.
It doesn't have any fire like in Thief. But yeah, like in Thief where you can put out the
Fire.
canisters
Yeah.
and they would just die. That doesn't work here. Where am I? What? It didn't save? Strange.
Do you want to try again or?
We can stop here.
That landscape is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a bit Zelda-esque with the
Right.
tentacular.
It's like some old war that happened here.
Yeah. I mean, it's very Zelda. Because you also got those tentacle creatures everywhere. sometimes still intact, hunting you.
It also always reminds me of Ghibli's, not the Flying Castle, or was it the Flying Castle? I don't know what the
Castle in the sky.
Lapita Castle in the Sky, right?
Yeah.
Because they had also such robots there.
Oh, right.
Machine's weak to fire.
They had some really nice enemies here that are really shitty for fighting.
The kangaroos.
The kangaroos, they had some kind of whip. Those are really hard,
Yeah.
but they are not here anymore, it seems.
You annihilated them.
Apparently this time they also have enemies. in
Oh,
the
maybe
water.
they're there, right?
That might be.
Weren't they enemies that could scan you? Even if you're hiding
Yeah,
in the
they
grass?
could even.
Oh, there they are.
Ooh, it's an
Apex.
Apex
Leap Lasher.
Sleep Leisure. On Apex Sleep Leisure, no. This mod.
I love that they made fighting machines of kangaroos. I mean, they can after all box and do shit with their tails, but still.
Oh, it jumped back.
Okay, it's... When are they using their leash? What is going on?
There's also Guru here.
Yeah.
Hands up, some.
Really crazy.
What are they doing?
Doing like kangaroos. I mean, it's good that the enemies are all like normal animal size. They would be really hard if they were like nanites that I can't fight
Yeah.
and would just go into my blood and kill me instantly. Robot insect.
It's fun, you see they go on their tails
Yeah.
and get up and like celebrating what they did.
Ah. Ah.
I really need to look up some like making of or something from Horizon Forbidden West. If there's like a no clip or something, that would be great. Can't you? Can you fight those like you fight humans, like with the jump attack and stuff?
I think so, but don't ask me this.
Well. Ah, so when you jump off of them, you go into slow motion and immediately draw your bow?
Not always. I don't know how this works exactly.
How are you still alive?
Can charge my spear, but that really takes too much time.
What is that thing flying? Oh, it's just a bug.
Yeah, I think so. This is the one thing that destroys my focus. Wow, still alive.
Yeah. I thought they were electric Pokemon. Electronic is
I
not.
have no idea. I'm just doing stuff.
Oh, okay, it worked.
I have no health left. Yeah, I think that's enough for.
What? You're dead? I don't believe it.
Okay. Let's stop this here.
Yeah.
So, at least it should be clear why I like this game.
Oh yeah, I think that became clear, I would say. I mean, it's like so watchable,
That it is.
which in a way is important for every game, I guess. I wonder what would make our game watchable.
Watchable.
I mean, that's something we discussed today, you know, what
Yeah.
would people tell other people about our game that is so cool? And that's, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's something for another time.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
You want to say bye?
Bye.
Okay, yeah. Everybody, thanks for watching
Yeah, thank you.
and
See you.
writing a lot.
And see you next time, I'd say.
Yeah, I think next Wednesday was something.
Yeah.
I think role playing, Shadowrun
All right.
is something. Because I didn't give a damn about the Wednesday anymore because we weren't streaming, but now that we stream I regret it kind of. But yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
But I would love to maybe stream in the week more. Maybe I can do this a bit. Level design would be fun. Yeah. Let's see. I don't want to promise anything because in the end I'm super lazy. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have an amazing
Evening?
amazing evening. An alright evening. Or amazing. Whatever you make of it. See you. Hear
Next
you
time.
again next time.
Whenever that will be.
Sure.
Good night.
Bye bye.